Yo, what is up, PPL fans? Shoutout here, coach of Bayern Mewnich, and welcome to PPL Week 10 Team Builder, Season 4. I should mention that. This week we're against Shroomraver and his Parasect Germain, so that's a big one, just historically. And if I'm back, I'm playing myself again. If you haven't seen last week, that my buddy Mr. Merkro played for me. He got a nice W for us, a nice 5-0 over Necro, so that was very nice. Once again, thank you, Merk, much appreciated. And yeah, but Shroom lives in a much more similar time zone to me, so we can actually play, and that's nice. So Shroom has a total of 1 win right now. He has had awful luck this season, and I hope it continues for this game, because I honestly don't want to lose. You know, I normally tend to call Shroom a lucky cunt. That's just how we go, and because he won season 2 by a lot of luck. Well, not only, but like a lot of it was luck. By a lot of it, I mean the game against me, which is the only one that matters, obviously. So, and then again in season 3, he got a little bit lucky against me. So I just tend to call him a lucky cunt. That's just how it goes. But this season he has had awful luck, and I feel a little bit sorry for him. I actually do, but don't tell him that. So. Yeah, he's not looking good, and if he loses this game, then he's guaranteed to be relegated into Division 2. There is no way for him to catch up, because there's only 1 week left, and he needs at least 3 wins, and would hope that, I think, Paul and Liam, I don't actually remember. I lose both of their last games instead of 3 wins, but he needs to be very, very lucky with that, and needs to win out against me and against, I forgot who else he plays, but point being, I can get Shroom relegated with this game officially. That's fun, kind of, but yeah, that's not the point. Let's get into the team. So Shroom has X-Grill, Shoutout, Mega Ordino, Hitmontop, Greninja, Tyrantrum, Electros, Torkoal, Meloetta, Spiritomb, and Ninjask. So, bit of an odd team there. He has a pretty big speed gap between Greninja and Meloetta, which I will try to abuse a little bit in my team building. There's also he made transfers, which I was super happy about. Initially, he had Mega Venusaur and Miss Drevis over Shoutout and Spiritomb, which he then dropped for those 2. And I'm really, really happy, because Mega Venusaur is an incredible annoyance to my team. I don't have it. I mean, I have Ladias and I have Mega Pidgeot. That's about it, and then I'm not even bringing those against this team, so I would have had to change my team building a lot. And I'm not worried about Sandrill, like, at all. I have a Rotom Wash, I have a Go Guys. I don't care about Excadrill at all if it's a Sandrill. I also don't care about Spiritomb. I have a Clefable, it doesn't matter. And Misdreavus would be a lot more gimmicky than Spiritomb is, and a lot more annoying therefore. So I'm glad that he made those transfers personally. It works out better for him in grand scheme of things. Mega Venusaur did nothing in the games that he had it, and got hacks a couple times of things as well. So yeah, but against me, I'm very happy with those transfers. He also traded with Paul, so he traded Fulgus for Mega Ordino. So we have to play Mega Ordino again, and if you remember last time, we hacked the fuck out of that thing. Dodged 2 Toxics with Clefable and crit it with Clefable. So Clefable started dominance real quick on that thing, and showed who the better fairy is in reality. I can talk. So I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of not. I think Ordino is obviously more annoying, but Fulgus would be more of an offensive threat to my team for sure. And yeah, so that's kind of cool. Other things that I'm worried about, Greninja. Greninja is probably the biggest threat to my team. By probably, I mean definitely. Meloetta is always a threat. Tyrantrum can be, but I think my team deals with it a lot better than most other teams. Still gonna have to prepare for it, obviously. Electros is always a huge annoyance, not necessarily a big threat in terms of, you know, sweeping and stuff, but it can punch holes, it can be really obnoxious. It's one of the least favorite Pokemon for me to face. I don't want to play it ever, it's so annoying. With its move coverage and, you know, stuff like that. Momentum gaining, taking hits, knocking things off, it's just fucking obnoxious. And then there's the option of him baton passing stuff with Ninjask, which I don't see much that would scare me particularly, outside of potentially Electros. That could be kind of scary, but that's about it really. So, I guess Meloetta. So that's kind of things to keep in mind. I think I have a pretty good matchup against him, and yeah, we'll just get into the team. We'll just fucking do it. let's just fucking do it. The team for this week is called D2Raver. Fucking hilarious, isn't it? So, so as you can see, the first one we're bringing is of course it has to be Anubis the Lucario, and this is the centerpiece of the team. Alright, this is the thing that the entire team is built around. The entire team is designed to let Lucario sweep his team, because that's by far my best win con. It's an incredibly good win con against him. There's not much he can do to stop the thing from sweeping him late game, and yeah, it's the best thing my team has. I don't have a lot of things that can clean up late game against him, like effectively. Simicia would actually do a ton of work against him as well, but ultimately couldn't fit it on. If he does bring Sand Drill or Scarf Drill, then it's just, you know, revenge kills super easily. And Grinja's another problem, which prevents me from bringing Simicia. Not necessarily prevents, but like makes me not want to bring it. So, yeah, first up Anubis the Lucario with the Air Balloon and Inner Focus. Air Balloon means that I can, you know, set up an X-Grill. I have a really good check to X-Grill as well, if that thing gets out of hand. If like Gurgeist and Warwash get weakened, Lucario is still there and can check that thing super effectively. Pokemon terms. It also allows me to set up on Hippowdon if it doesn't have something like Superpower, Fire Fang, or Whirlwind, even though I can take a Fire Fang. It also allows me to check Tyrantrum very easily, because I don't think he's going to pack Superpower. I think he's going to have Earthquake, so for my Nidoqueen as well. So yeah, Lucario with Air Balloon is just incredibly good against Team Nasty Plot, Vacuum Wave, Flash Cannon, Aura Sphere, Max HP, Max Special Attack, Modest, with 4 on Spadef. Now, Shadi, why are you running a Max HP Lucario? Well, I will tell you, person that I'm definitely talking to, because I don't need any speed. I straight up do not need any speed investment. The only thing that could potentially outspeed me, that I would not hit with a Vacuum Wave anyway, is Meloetta, which would be a speed tie at best, so I don't want to do that anyway. And I can't really touch it. I'm planning to get rid of Meloetta early, or before I try to sweep with Lucario anyway. And then I guess Hitmontop if he brings a speedy one, which I don't think he will. So Max HP is really good because it also allows me to take any one hit from Electros. I can take a modest Flamethrower, and you know, that's cool. And it just overall makes me pretty bulky. It means I can take a Mach Punch from Hitmontop relatively effectively. Well, I can also take a hit from Greninja if necessary. And yeah, it also means I can take a hit from Meloetta if that's a thing I have to do, which I hope it's not gonna be. And yeah, it also be easier setup on Spiritomb. I don't need any speed, because I'm gonna hit Tyrantrum with a Vacuum Wave anyway. I'm gonna hit Greninja with a Vacuum Wave. I'm gonna hit X-Drill with a Vacuum Wave, so I don't need any speed for those, and that's cool. So yeah, Lucario is gonna be bulky, and which is gonna allow me to set up more easily, and then eventually clean up. I was considering Focus Blast over Aura Sphere, definitely, just because it allows me to kill AV Electros after Stealth Rocks, at +2 of course. But I just felt like that wasn't worth it. The plan is to get chip damage off anyway, so like, not worth risking the miss. It also would give me a chance of outcoing a Hippowdon, depending on spread. It's either guaranteed or a chance, I think. But again, chip damage is the name of the game, so I don't really want to do that, and I have an Air Balloon anyway. So Inner Focus, of course, there, so X-Drill can flinch me and then hit me with the Earthquake on the next turn, so I can set up an X-Drill freely without having to worry about that, and that's nice. So, something that's going to help Lucario in sweeping is, of course, Nyx the Sneasel with the black glasses, Inner Focus as well, Pursuit, Taunt, Knockoff, and Ice Shot. Max attack, Adamant, 172 speed, and 84 in HP. I think that speed is for Meloetta, that would make sense. So I assume that's for Meloetta. But no, wasn't the build this, but I'm fairly certain that's for Meloetta. So, why am I running this bit of a weird set, I think? Pursuit is for Meloetta, 100%. If I can trap the thing with a Pursuit, even if he stays in, that's like around 50% depending on his spread. And if he switches, he's not going to enjoy it at all. He's just going to drop. Again, depending on his spread. I can also take a Hyper Voice if he's in like Specs or something, so it's cool. So that's mainly for that. It also allows me to get chip damage off on Electros if necessary, or even the Hippowdon. If I can click Pursuit on their switch out, I can potentially get that crucial damage out that Lucario needs to sweep late game, and that's important. So Pursuit is not just to hit Meloetta super effectively and, you know, trap it and weaken that. It also allows me to weaken other Pokemon. It also might allow me to weaken Ninjask, which if he brings Ninjask, that actually checks my Lucario fairly well. If Lucario is weakened, because I don't think Ninjask can outcode me with anything. Because of course Affordance resists the Vacuum Wave, so I can potentially Pursuit that instead of Ice Shotting, and that's cool. Taunt is there for the Mega Auto Anti-Hitmontop. If I can taunt you Mega Auto and switch, and it's just not annoying, it's not a threat to my team at all. If I can taunt you Hitmontop, That's important. Might not seem like a big deal, but it means he cannot click Toxic against my Gogeist. And if he can't click Toxic against Gogeist, it's a 100% safe switch in, and that's really good. It means he can spin block a lot easier. So, taunt, I think there's nothing else. I would taunt, I guess, Spiritomb maybe. Actually, yeah, taunting Spiritomb could be really nice. That's about it. Knockoff is there for sap and hitting things hard and getting rid of items and stuff. Mainly Melouetta, and just general, it just hits his team really well. And then I decided to go with Ice Shard over a strong Ice Stab. Just because I want a priority. Simple enough. I want to be able to hit things that are fast. I want to weaken them and potentially revenge kill them, rather than actually hitting things hard like Tyrantrum. Because I'm not too worried about Tyrantrum. That would be the main thing I'd have Ice Stab for. Maybe a Powdon, but I'm not too worried about a Powdon. And Hitmon Hub is not going to take any damage anyway. It's him Mega Autono, so not much point. Yeah, that's Sneasel. Let's just move on before I talk for an hour. Next up, we have Pumpkin, the Gogeist large. Yes, a large one. That's a rare occurrence. I don't think you ever see large Gogeist anyway, because it's just kind of inferior to the big one. Leftovers Frisk, of course. Seed Bomb, Sub, Leaf Seed Synthesis. 236 HP, 252 defense, with an impish nature and 20 in speed. That speed allows me to speed good hit on top by I think 2 points. I'm pretty sure. That's why I'm running a larger one. This is my dedicated answer to Excadrill. I can take any 2 hits. I think Adamant Life or Shadow Claw is a 50% max roll. So yeah, I can take 2 of those as well and get damage off with the Seed Bomb, and that's gonna put it in range for Vacuum Wave. So, unless he's like world's bulkiest Excadrill, which would be interesting in this matchup. But Shroom doesn't have a grass type, so Subseed is really good against team. He does have Infiltrator on Spiritomb and potentially on Ninjask. I'm not expecting Ninjask. If he does bring that could be a little bit of a problem. But Spiritomb, I don't see Spiritomb coming when I have a Fable and a special Lucario, which I think is fairly obvious. Even like Nidoqueen doesn't care about it, so I don't think he's bringing Spiritomb. It just doesn't do much, I think. I mean, it's a Spiritomb, always does things, but don't think it's the greatest bring. So I don't think he's gonna bring it. If he does, I can still get a Leaf Seed off and then act accordingly. Since this is there for recovery, so I can stay healthy, and then it's just annoying Gogeist. Just gonna Subseed all over his team. This is another way of weakening his team for Lucario. It can Leaf Seed something, it can sub, like, you know, the whole deal. You know how Leaf Seed, Subseed works. So yeah, that's cool. That's Gogeist. It does things. So next up, to support Gogeist and just the team in general, we have Moonshine, Fable. Also leftovers, Magic Guard, Moonblast, Encore, Heal Band, Softball. Once again, the standard spread because it works. Again, I did calcs with the spread. I was like, this does everything I wanted to, and that's great. Fable is an interesting one for this week because I don't need it for anything defensively. It helps with a lot of things, but it's not needed. The reason I have Encore is because last time Mega Autono was a massive problem to my team. And with Encore, I can prevent it from doing anything pretty much, and that's cool. I also have Heal Bell, which allows me to heal Toxics off on Gogeist. If he gets any status off on pretty much anything on my team, I can get rid of that, because he does have a fair amount of things that like to spread status, like the aforementioned Hitmontop, Mega Autono, Hippowdon, Electro potentially, even if it's not Assault Vest or even if it's a Discharge variant, Spiritomb, so Torkoal even, so that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So Heal Bell is nice for this team support, and then Softball, of course, for recovery. Encore is just nice for a Powdon as well, to kind of lock that into a certain move, into rocks or something, and then, you know, let it be a little bit less annoying. Potentially Encore Tyrantrum into like a head smash, so I can let Lucario set up. I don't know, shit like that. It's mainly there for the Mega Autono and potential Calm Mind Melouetta. Those are the two main things looking at. But yeah, I can deal with Mega Autono a lot better with this set than I could with the team I brought last time, or the set I brought last time rather. So yeah, that's Fable. It's there for team support. Now we get into a very crucial part of the team. That's S-Death, the Nidoqueen, with the Sugar Berry, which I've brought like 5 million times I think already. Shivers, of course, Stealth Rock, Toxic Spikes, Earth Power, Sludge Wave. Max HP, 156 defense with a Bolt Nature and 100 in special attack. I don't remember what that was for. I'm pretty sure that special attack investment means I can 2-hit KO any Mega Autono variant. I think that's what it was. It's been a long ass time to build the scene, so sorry. I always say that. It's always true. I'm the worst. But yeah, Nidoqueen is so crucial in this game because Shroom doesn't have a poison type, because he dropped Mega Venusaur. And he doesn't have Defogger, he only has Rapid Spinners. Those are Excadrill, Hitmontop, and Torkoal. I think Ninjask might get Defog. But it's a Ninjask, it's not going to Defog. It's going to do a lot of things potentially, but it's not going to be Defog. So, that means Goris is a fucking fantastic bring in combination with Nidoqueen. And get up Rocks, get up T-Spikes, and they're going to be there to stay, because he cannot spin with Hitmontop or Excadrill as long as Goris is alive, because they can't really touch it, and I spin block, obviously. The only way that he can actually spin against my team is if he brings Torkoal, and if he does that, props. But even that gets worn down really quickly by Rocks and T-Spikes, because it's obviously weak to Rocks. So Hazards are just incredibly good against his team, especially T-Spikes just kind of destroys his team, and that's really, really cool. I wish I had Spikes on something, but I don't. That's unfortunate. I have the problem every season where I wish I had Spikes and I just never have them. But yeah, this is another way that helps Lucario sweep. Once again, Rocks damage, T-Spikes damage, the continuous, residual damage can be so crucial against this team. And yeah, especially in like Meloetta if I don't get to Pursuit Trap it for some reason. So yeah, that's cool. And Hippowdon, of course. Hippowdon is one of the big ones. Yeah, Earth Power Sludge Wave do really good damage to his team. There's nothing that really wants to take it other than like Spit F Hippowdon. And of course the Meloetta. Electros can kinda take it, but I will beat it 1v1. I think, pretty sure actually. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This team doesn't like the poison ground coverage, as most teams don't. So, so now we get into the interesting side of the week. At the end of my team building, I was like, okay, I lose to Greninja. Nothing can take its hits well, if at all. And nothing outspeeds it. I would have to rely on Vacuum Wave from Lucario to kill it. Not preferable. So I was like, okay, I want something that can take hits, I want something that outspeeds it. And I decided to just go with both on one Pokemon. So we have Overwatch the Random Wash with the Choice Scarf and Levitate's ability, and I know you see that EV Spirit, and I know you're like, what the fuck, Shotty? So this is not the greatest set, but I think it's fucking funny, so I decided to bring it. Not fucking funny, but it's stupid, but it works. This could save my ass, honestly. Max HP, 116 Speed F. That means I don't get 2 killed by Life Greninja, I think after Stealth Rocks. So that's cool. And the 88 in speed with the Timid Nature allow me to outspeed Greninja with the Scarf. That's cool. I think I could have optimized this. I don't know. I didn't care enough. And I just put the rest in the special attack because the Scarf, I should at least do some damage, right? That'd just be great, wouldn't it? So, Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Will-O-Wisp, and Light Screen on a Scarf from Wash. Shoddy, what are you doing? I don't know. Don't ask me. No. Volt Switch and Hydro Pump do a ton of work to his team, and there's nothing I would trick. The only thing that I would want to get a trick of is his Mega Autono, which I can't trick. I don't want to give Meloetta a Scarf. Electros, maybe, but not really. I'd rather keep my Scarf, honestly. I don't really want to get rid of my Scarf against his team, basically. So Will-O-Wisp was nice because I can get potential residual damage off an Excadrill, or just, cripple it for the rest of the game as well. Mega Auto and stuff like that, just residual damage if necessary. And then the last move was just the filler move. I did not want to have T-Bolt because I did not want to let his Extra get a free SD if he has it. I didn't want to let his Tyrantrum get a free DD if he has that. That would be bad. I just didn't want T-Bolt this game. I just didn't feel like I needed it. And I didn't want to tempt myself to going for it when he has potential Tyrantrum in the back, which you can set up. Main reason is I just didn't need it. I didn't see a reason to bring it. So, I was like, okay, what can I bring my last move? HPI Spongy to hit Tyrantrum more reliably, but not useful, probably. Sucker Punch for memes, but it doesn't do anything really. Then I was like, Light Screen. Yeah, sure, why not? Because that will actually allow Lucario, once again, an easier setup against him. If I find the right situation where, like, I'm gonna take Light Screen right here. I'm gonna set up with Lucario after this, and I'm gonna win. Then hey, I can do that now. It's not a move I'm gonna click. Realistically, I only need 2 moves. I only need Volt Switch and Hydro Pump. the chances of me clicking anything else with Rotten Wash in this entire game are very, very low. So I just decided to put on potential moves that might be helpful in very specific situations, because again, I'm not gonna click anything else. So that's pretty much that. That's just fucking weird as Rotten Wash. It's just the stupidest thing I've bought in a while, because you know, other stupid things at least have a reason. This is just kind of there because it kind of may do things. But yeah, I like the bulky scarf variant definitely against just for the Greninja, and the moves are just there because I don't need anything else really. So yeah, that's the team. Game plan is T-Spikes, Rocks, Lucario, win. It's pretty much how it's gonna work, hopefully. And I hope that I can pull it off. If I don't, then I'm bad. But you know, let's get a win against Shroom again. It's been a while. Before season 2, he had never beaten me, and then he just beat me twice. It's fucking bullshit, isn't it? So we need to get back on winning ways, and we need to get that 6-4 record, and then end with 7-4. That'd be preferable. So that's gonna be the team. Tell me what you think of the team and the matchup and the stuff and the things. And yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, leave some nudes. I will appreciate all of you, and hopefully see you guys next time. Goodbye.